As President of the Old Boys Union, it gives me great pleasure to address the class of 2020 at your graduation assembly. First, I'd like to acknowledge and respect the challenges you have overcome and the achievements you have accomplished in this most difficult year. The Old Boys community respects and commends each of you for everything you have accomplished in a year we will never forget. Today marks a day as your coming of age, a day you leave the sanctuary of the college and enter the proudest and strongest alumni communities in the country. A day you will never forget and one you will always value. I congratulate you for finishing Year 12 and I formally welcome you to the Old Boys Union and offer my support and guidance as you enter the world of the somewhat unknown, sometimes confusing and the always unpredictable. Boys, this may come to you as a surprise. However, you have not progressed to where you are today or achieved what you have achieved to date on your own. Your parents, your teachers, your carers, your family members have all stood behind you, stood alongside you and supported you to get where you are today. There is a constant support, the dedicated encouragement, the blind faith and the personal investment that has allowed you to achieve your goals, whatever they have been. So please take a moment to thank everyone who has believed in you and supported you on your journey thus far. Now that you are graduating and entering adulthood, behind your existing family, carers and supporters, now lies the entire Old Boy community. The Scots Old Boys Union is one of the largest, proudest and most active alumni in the country, with over 13,000 Old Boy members who are willing to mentor, support, encourage and truly inspire you. Our inspirational graduates are too many to name. Many names who you may know, but today I want to mention a few that are less known but are still inspiring. Alan Ridge, class of 1970, has been a member of the BRW 200 Rich List for the last 35 years with amassed wealth more than $1.5 billion, most of which is centred around tourism and leisure holdings. He is the name and the man behind the Ridges hotel chain. He's chairman of Event Hospitality and Entertainment Limited, which own many cinema chains including Event Cinemas, Birch, Carroll & Coyle, Greater Union and Moonlight Cinemas. He also owns the Thredbo Ski Resort. And then there's environmentalist, yachtsman and founder of Clean Up Australia, Ian Kiernan AO, class of 57. Ian was a successful property developer and professional yachtsman representing Australia in dozens of sailing competitions. It was during one sailing trip that Ian became concerned with the amount of rubbish he saw clogging up the ocean ways and littering the coastlines, that once back in Sydney, Ian teamed up with friends and organised the inaugural Clean Up Sydney Harbour event in 1989. He rallied over 40,000 volunteers who collectively picked up more than 5,000 tonnes of rubbish. Managing Director Clean Up Australia, Terry Ann Johnson, said the real beauty of what Ian did was showing people how to do something about a problem and to see the results. And more recently, there is Indigenous Old Boy Delwyn Wanangara, class of 2016, who is a community leader and proud Yolngu man. In 2020, he was promoted to the rank of Aboriginal Community Police Sergeant in his home community of Gapawiak. A strong role model and advocate for cross-cultural awareness, Delhi is a fine example of two ways learning. As a proud Yolngu man, he has taken the best of what he has learnt at the Scots College and combined it with his traditional knowledge and is using this unique blend to be a leader of others. And then there are the lesser known Old Boys who are the great quiet achievers and real heroes, such as John McKellar, class of 1936, and Donald Ritchie, class of 1941. John McKellar, or Mac as he was known, was a second generation Scots boy and bomber pilot in World War II and served his time at McIntyre House. He lived a remarkable and brave life that included flying 9 different types of military aircraft, 8 types of civilian planes, under 4 flags in dozens of missions in World War II. He received the Distinguished Flying Cross and Legion of Honour for his bravery. and Donald Ritchie, OAM. Don is simply known and respected as the Angel of the Gap, as he has reportedly saved over 160 lives from suicide. He would simply walk around the cliffs at South Head and approach people wandering around. He would simply approach a lost soul, a friendly smile, and ask, "Hey, can I help you in some way?" Or, "Why don't you come and have a cup of tea?" He famously said, "Always remember the power of the simple smile, a helping hand, a listening ear, and a kind word." So as you can see, there are many past and many examples of old boys who come in all shapes and sizes. Those who are known to the public for their great success, and those who prefer to just go about their lives performing amazing acts of kindness. As you leave the sanctuary of the school and what it has provided, remember these examples of fine Scots old boys. Understand that no matter what industry you decide to eventually pursue, whether it be the arts, armed forces, science, medicine, finance, law, sports, education, more often than not, you will find a Scots old boy of influence who can help you in your endeavours and support your dreams. This is why the Old Boys Union exists, to inspire you, to empower you, to help you leave a lasting mark on Australian history. Of course, the Old Boys Union is what you want to make of it. So I look forward to connecting with you, and remember, my virtual door is always open. Before I conclude, I would like to leave you with one of my favourite quotes from President Theodore Roosevelt, which I believe sums up the meaning of the Scots old boy. He said, "The best decision to make in any given moment is the right decision. The second best decision is the wrong decision. And the worst decision is to make no decision at all." So boys, never stop asking questions, never stop learning, and never stop making decisions. Lastly, I commend you and congratulate you for successfully completing Year 12, and I wish you all the very best in your future, all the success in your lives, and all the luck with your endeavours. Thank you, and Scots to the fore.